a lot of y'all don't get it. You really don't need to change nothing about what you're doing. You're not where you're supposed to be because you think you don't have to make the investment and you're still gonna get to the top, and it's not gonna happen. I'm telling you from personal experience, when somebody gives me 100 grand, I treat them different than the person that give me 5 grand.
Stop for a moment. Think about that person that has made the biggest impact on your business. How incredible would it be if your company could find more of those life-changing people right when you needed them? If you're hiring, you need Indeed. Indeed is the hiring platform where you can attract, interview, and hire all in one place. Don't spend hours on multiple job sites looking for candidates with the right skills when you can do it all with Indeed. Find top talent fast with Indeed's suite of powerful hiring tools like Indeed Instant Match, assessments, and virtual interviews. You hate waiting, right? Indeed's US data shows over 80% of Indeed employers find quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed actually match their job description. They find them the moment they sponsor a job. The thing that I love most about Indeed is that it makes hiring all in one place so easy because of the Instant Match feature. With Instant Match, as soon as you sponsor a post, you get a short list of quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed already match your job description, and you can invite them to apply right away, so the hard work is already done for you. Join over 3 million businesses worldwide using Indeed to hire great talent fast. Indeed knows when you're growing your own business, you have to make every dollar count, and that's why with Indeed, you only pay for quality applications that match your must-have job requirements. Indeed knows hiring needs to be cost-effective when you're running your own business. Indeed also knows that when you're doing everything for your company, you can't afford to overspend on hiring. So visit Indeed.com/success to start hiring now. Again, go to Indeed.com/success. Terms and conditions apply. Cost per application pricing not available for everyone. Need to hire? You need Indeed. You hear Jamal talk all the time about the 5 pillars, guys, and you know it, man. They're all so important. Faith is great, right? Each one of them. Family is great. But today we want to focus on that health. Without your health, guys, none of it matters, right? And we get it. You don't have time to source the most nutritious foods every single day. But that's why we bring the things that work for us, we bring them directly to you. Organifi is a line of organic superfood blends that offer plant-based nutrition with high-quality ingredients and less than 3 grams of sugar. Each superfood blend is easy to use by simply mixing it with water or your favorite beverage while on the go, providing you with quality nutrition throughout your day. Whether you're trying to lose weight, detox, improve your fitness, or deal with stress and hormone imbalances, Organifi is the answer. If we've learned anything in the last few years, it's that stress and anxiety can cause a lot of harm to us, both mentally and physically. And that's because cortisol, the primary stress hormone, is supposed to spike when we're in danger. But the modern world has our cortisol spiking all day long. Ashwagandha, the main ingredient in Organifi green juice, has been shown in multiple studies to reduce cortisol and stress. This delicious drink also features 10 other superfood ingredients, including moringa, chlorella, and spirulina, which work synergistically in the body to promote natural detoxing, more energy, and even healthy weight management through reducing cravings. It's amazing what your body's capable of with the right fuel. Plus, it's 100% certified organic, non-GMO, and tastes absolutely delicious. With their new apple crisp flavor, it's so easy to support your stress levels while enjoying a delicious morning green juice. We talk about the green juice a lot, but Organifi has something for everyone, from the red or gold juices, the Organifi Pure, the protein powder, Organifi Glow. My kids take the immunity every single day. That's the one I have them on. Of course, you're trying to fight this cold weather, flu season, all that. So if you're anything like me, you know the importance of eating healthy, but you don't always have the time or willpower to cook with all the colors of the rainbow, Organifi's superfood blends make it easy and enjoyable to add more variety and nutrition to your day. These are delicious organic powders you can add to water, stir with a spoon, and enjoy anytime for more energy, nutrition, hormone balance, and peace of mind. They're a great way to jumpstart your morning, energize your afternoon, or nourish your evening. So just because you listen to the Secrets to Success podcast, listen, you can go to Organifi.com/success. That's Organifi.com/success to save 20% on your order. Listen, no more excuses, y'all. Let's take care of all 5 of these pillars, especially your health. What's going on, world? This is your boy Carl. We are back. The continuation of the episode you guys listened to last week. Of course, the guys were dropping some heat, and there's a lot more. So, man, tune in, lock in, get pen, paper, get your family. Listen to this together, man. I'm gonna get out the way and let y'all get this content. All right, let's run it.
You ready? All right.
The beauty of, and I use hide and seek, is seeking.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Don't miss that. The beauty is seeking, like you actually have the willpower to get up and get out there and look. And it's not there. Okay, let me look here. If I could simplify life for you, it's that. Let's do hide and seek. Life is hide and seek. Let's do that.
And I'm telling y'all, so you already got everything for the table. So when I look at the three of them, I'm like, man, what a blessing. But watch this. It doesn't bother me because I don't go, I wish I had that. I go, what a blessing not to have my father in my life. What a blessing it is not to have siblings. I don't got no siblings that got the same mom and dad. What a blessing. Why? Because that's a blessing too. And so it allows me to relate to a group of people who don't have this experience. And they understand me and I understand. But I think the internet is messing a lot of y'all up. And Jamal said it earlier, it's like, you don't even know what your table's supposed to be. So this is why we can celebrate Toby being at the Grammys and me and Didi sitting up watching it like we there. Why? Because we want Toby to get the full experience. Yeah. We've said this before. Maul did an event in Jamaica. I didn't go. And I specifically was like, yo, Maul, this may sound crazy to you, but I don't want to take no attention off of you and what you're doing. And so if I come, people ain't gonna wanna just do what they supposed to be doggone doing, and that's figure out about real estate. They gonna wanna, can I talk to E? Can I take a picture with E? I'm like, yo, bro, it's going to be best for me to stay back because that's gonna make the event better. And so a lot of you, because you don't even really know what your table is, that's why you're struggling. You looking at other people. Bro, let me tell you something. Bro, me and C and I think Maul too, Maul can go there if he needs to, but we really from the Midwest. Like, we really don't have 6 different outfits that we really don't like going to events. We really don't like dressing up, doggone it. Didi, I do not feel like sitting down for 2 hours and getting my hair done, or 3 hours for my hair. I do not want to put on nobody makeup. I don't want to get dressed. She just don't like to get dressed. So a lot of times, I get invited to events, and most of them I don't go to, and I let people know. I'm not trying to be rude, but my table does not include red carpet events. And a lot of you don't. But because you see other people do red carpet, now you struggling because you looking at, they got daddies, I got brothers and sisters, they got a mama, I don't have. And so now you looking at their blessing, and now their blessing has become a curse to you because instead of you looking at their blessing and going, man, I got my own personal blessings. So when I look at Toby, this is what y'all got to realize about Toby. Right? And when I was watching the Grammys, I was like, man, I wish they could see this. When Toby first called me, Toby wasn't even on no Grammys, y'all. When Toby first called me, Toby just called to serve, bruh. He wasn't even on, Toby was geeked about his table. He was geeked about, yo, I'm from Houston. Anybody know Toby know he loved Houston to life. Yeah. He think he the mayor of Houston, doggone it, right? So Toby just called and said, yo, bruh, I've been watching your videos, bruh, I love what you're doing. Anytime you come. My wife said something this morning about Toby. She said Toby wanted to serve you so bad that Toby, to some extent, was living outside of his means. Toby was renting cars that he didn't even have to pick you up and take you around. You feel me? So I'm trying to explain to y'all. Because Toby loved his table, God gave, when you're faithful over a few, he'll make you rule over many. Yeah. All Toby wanted to do was show me around the city. He wanted to make sure that when I was there, I had a phenomenal experience. Me and Toby never had no conversation about the Grammys. Nothing. Never had a conversation about him blowing up. And people, as a matter of fact, Toby was hurt because he didn't make it to the NFL. He wasn't even on nothing else but like you, I want to serve kids in school. When I first hooked up with Toby, we went to a school. We was going to schools. Toby was doing plays. We was going in classrooms. Toby was bringing people into an auditorium, and we was kicking it. It had nothing to do with none of that stuff, right? And I just watched Toby evolved, and then him and C got together, and watch me. 3 things, real quick. I want to help you with your table. Number 1, let's go Space and Rocket Center. Not because I'm deep, but I lived in Huntsville, and Space and Rocket Center is in the middle of the doggone city. The first thing that you have to do is ask yourself, God has blessed you. You have everything you need. Can you convert is the question. Like, no, I'm being honest. Do you have the ability to take what God gave you and turn it into what he would have you? Only you can do that. Can't nobody else do that for you. You have to take what he's given you and you got to manifest that. So the first thing when you look at the Space and Rocket Center, bruh, it's a mission, yo, and you can lose your life. All right, it's life and death. You got to start treating your table like it's life and death. Why? Because it is. We taking 50 people to the Super Bowl. Yes, it's 40-some kids, but they chaperones got to come too. So it's 50 tickets at about $5,700. That's not the hotel. That's not food. That's not transportation. Wow. Listen to me. This is why you got to build your table. and listen to me very closely. This is what I want to do with my table. You understand what I'm saying? You got to build your table. It's a sense of urgency. When you build yours, other people going to eat because you build it yours. Number 1, the space shuttle, it take a lot to get it off the ground. You're going to have to understand that. It's going to take a lot to get your table off the ground. That joker ain't going to build itself. They spend 75% of the income to get that joker just to move. I'm talking about just move. Like, we ain't talking about no space work. We talking about just to get that joker off the ground. That's good. It takes millions and millions of dollars just to get the thrust. It's going to take time, baby, effort, energy. It's going to take a lot to get this joker off the ground. And the reason why you give up so quick is because nobody told you it was going to take a bunch. Once you know it's going to take a bunch, then the Space and Rocket Center ain't tripping on the fact that they take millions of dollars to get that joker off the ground because it's a part of the process. Just know it's going to take you. And here's what I told my son, right? I love my son. That's what I told my son. I said, son, the people are going to treat your product the way you treat it. If you put 1,000 in, they're going to put 1,000 in. You put $1 million in, they're going to put $1 million in. Ain't no other man going to put more in your investment than you going to put in your investment. Facts. I'm just being real with you, bro. So don't be looking for nobody to like love your program and blow your program up. I'm your father. I love you. I ain't giving you nothing for it. I'm going to give you coaches. I'm gonna give you marketing people. I'm going to give you everybody that can help educate you. I'm not funding it. You're going to fund it on your own. Why? Because you ain't even going to love it if I fund it. You're not even going you ain't even going to care for it the same way unless you fund it for yourself. So number 1, it's going to take some stuff to get that off the ground. Number 2, you got the orbit. Right? Like once you get up there, you finally get up there. I don't know if you ever paid attention, but it ain't easy when you thinking because you there, it's going to be easy. There's still some stuff you got to deal with when you get up there. And then the hardest part, believe it or not, it takes engineers to get you back down. Like, it takes engineers to get you back. That they don't know what, do you know that people, I'm sorry, rest in peace, there have been missions that didn't make it off the ground. Absolutely. There's been missions that it didn't make it off the ground. They never stopped. They still sending them jokers up like ain't nobody gonna die. Listen to me, the probability of you dying, a lot of y'all, the reason why, and I feel you need to go pray about this. The reason why a lot of you you've aborted the mission because you're not ready to die. You're not ready to die. And if you build this table, you gotta be ready. You gotta be ready to die. I'm telling you, Martin Luther King said longevity has its place. What he was telling you was he understood that the mission, he could die. You have to understand it's going to take everything you got. And for some of you, you back out because you like, I don't know if I can invest that. I will say this to you. If you don't build your own table, you already dead. I'm just being real. You already dead. I know it's going to take a lot to build a table and you feel like you're going to die building it. But if you don't ever build your table, you already dead. Ma said it. You already dead if you at another man's table. You don't even feel right. Like you don't feel good. Why? Because you know at some point that they have the ability to rip that table from you. So listen to me. So you got to get it off the ground. That's a part. Once you get up there, it ain't what you think. You can lose your life. Like if them jokers don't stay connected to that doggone ship, If they don't stay connected to that, they could be drifting. So once you get there, you think once you get there, you finish working. No, you not. Once you make it to the moon or wherever you doggone going, it's still work to be done when you get up there. And listen to me, when you finish the work, it's hard to get back down. Like, it's hard to get back down. I know a lot of people who become successful, and the success rip their family apart, rip their heart out. People died. There are people whose success killed them. There are people who made it to the top, drugs, all kind of stuff that took them out. Once you get to success, baby, it ain't over. You just getting started when you get, I tell people all the time, you think broke is something, wait till you get some money. You think you gotta be responsible being broke? You ain't seen responsibility until you get some money. You ain't got phone calls till you start making good money. You got the whole, people call me all week long. I'm like, what in the world? Hey, my car, your car? What do that got to do with me? People, family members, bruh, wait, you think
What was wrong with their car?
I don't know, see. I don't know.
I'm saying I just want to see if it was legitimate. You know what I'm saying? Timing belt.
I don't know. Carburetor.
Radiator. That's another. Got you. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
It seems like when people need money, it's always the timing belt. Because I don't know what that is. Go out a lot. And then what, you know what I'm saying? Like, man,
I don't know, bro.
My timing belt, bro.
All I'm saying is,
name that the podcast.
If you're listening to this one, for real, is you don't have a choice but to build your own table. And the sooner you get over all of what it's gonna take to build it, you're wasting time.
Hey,
just go build it. Please,
when you were just, man, and it came to me, when you were just talking about the astronaut and when you get to a certain level, one of the most important things, I think, once you build your table, and I didn't mention this before, but I just start thinking about it, when you gave an example of that astronaut and how he got to stay connected to the ship, or he'll drift in space, you have to have a coach, somebody down low.
You do, Ma.
That's like Houston.
You do, Ma.
And Houston got eyes and ears, and they telling you everything.
You do, Ma.
Because if not,
stop
if you don't,
being cheap.
Yeah, stop being cheap. You got to have a coach in place. And I'm telling you, I was already that astronaut
All
that he
up to
spoke
17
about.
trainers now. More got a trainer for every body part.
Listen, I was that astronaut that got to a certain level, and that's when I hooked up. And I called on Houston. I called on Houston, right? That's when I started going to the conferences. That's when I started, because I was high.
You was already high.
But I was high already.
But floating, about to be floating.
But I didn't want to drift. I didn't want to drift, so I said, let me make sure that I'm calling Houston now. I'm hooking up with, I'm going to the conferences. I'm hooking up with a coach, somebody else that can see everything down low, because I was so high. So now, when you got that coach, they're able to tell you exactly what the weather looks like down low. They're able to tell you about other asteroids, or you're gonna hit this, you're gonna hit that.
Anticipation.
And so that's what I needed, and that's why I was going to the conferences and things like that. That helped to elevate and take me to a whole nother level.
Why don't we want to pay though, Ma? Why don't we want to pay?
I just was being funny, but Maul just hired another trainer.
Seriously.
No, real talk.
Real talk.
This is like at least 9. But either way, what I'm saying, and Maul pays my man to go in and work out, 4 days a week?
5 days.
With the new guy?
5 days. And nutrition.
Shout out to him, he a podcast supporter too.
Yeah, shout out to Hector, man.
Yeah. But I'm saying, to think about Maul already being in great shape, right? Like, and then to go pay, like, I think, like, that's a nugget. We trying to help y'all here. That's another important factor on the way is, what are you investing in? Like, seriously, what are you investing in? I heard he said the other day, like, people investing in cars. Like, you invested in a car. 30,000, 40,000 for a whip. But you wouldn't pay 50 cents to get your mind right. It's the craziest thing. And if you got this right, if you invested 40,000 into this, you could buy 40 cars.
But it's not important.
It's gotta be, though.
But it's not.
What do you mean by that?
It's not important.
It is important to them.
It's not important to them, bro, because they're not willing to pay for it. The thing about it, look, I pay my trainer, right?
Yeah.
And when I pay, I know that I'm going to show up. I'm not going to miss a session. I'm paying for this. I'm paying for somebody to beat me up, to break down my muscles, to tear me down so it can build me back up. I'm paying for this. And so I know that I'm going to show up to everything. Not only am I going to show up, I'm going to show up on time. Because that's one thing. Now, one time because of the snow, I was 15 minutes late. And I just wanted to see what my man was going to do. I was 15 minutes late. My session lasted for an hour. I was 15 minutes late. We only did a 45-minute session. Huh. Let's go. But I was still charged for the hour.
No question.
And I love that. I love it because it's like, okay, so what happened to me? Now leaving out, instead of leaving out it only takes me about 15 minutes to get to the gym. So instead of leaving out 15 minutes, now I leave out 25 minutes. I'm leaving out extra to anticipate that extra time so I don't miss out on it.
Can I tell them what you're paying for?
No, what if it was free?
Oh, if it was free, if it was free, I wouldn't even went. I would have called that day and be like, man, the snow was too bad, bro. It's a lot of snow out here.
Because I know y'all heard Maul, but C always tells us to make sure we lowest common denominator. All right, because I know you heard him. You like, nah, I ain't got to pay for nobody to break me down. What he's actually paying for is accountability. Absolutely. That's what he's paying for. I want y'all to understand, when you get to a certain, like if you average and you good, this don't make sense to you. But we just gave you a step to take your table to great. When you pay, you don't play. When you don't pay, you play around when you don't pay. When you pay for something, you demand, listen to me, I've been out of my crib for 3 weeks. We paid a few $1 million for our home in California. Listen to me very carefully. I got kicked out my crib for 3 weeks. They putting the new floors down. Let me tell y'all something. Bruh, this is a very expensive piece of real estate.
Oh, yes, sir.
In a very prime location.
Prime.
Let me tell y'all something. We got floors. When I tell y'all that the imperfections on these floors were minor. Yeah. Maul, I'm just gonna be 1,000 with you. I couldn't see him.
Remember, I had to get down on the floor.
Maul, I didn't see it, Maul.
I had to get on the floor and crawl to see it.
Maul, I'm not gifted, Maul. I'm not that gifted, Maul.
Diddy saw that joker from the driveway.
Bro, Diddy,
what is that?
Diddy like, right? I'm like,
bruh, Diddy like, what in the world? The builders came, we don't see it. Diddy was like, okay, somebody gonna see it.
It was literally off like a 10.
She said, somebody gonna see it.
Yeah.
What exactly was off?
The
level. I know what I'm saying.
It was just off by like a 10.
So what happens is, and I don't know the name, it's some type of wood, but it wasn't like just natural, maybe like synthetic. Engineered wood. Mm-hmm. So what happens, see, is the way they do it, they some people don't like a short plank. Yeah. They like a longer plank. So whoever designed it, when they glued it to make it a longer plank, those places where it was glued is where it moved up just like you said, just a tenth.
It's a tenth.
Right? You got to have a very keen eye to see it. Bro, I promise you, Diddy saw that joker. Builders came, like, nope, we don't see nothing. Diddy was like, we didn't pay $100,000. Yeah. So all Diddy said was, what we want is what we paid for. Mm-hmm. That's it. Like, we made this large investment, millions. So everything should look like we paid millions. Yeah. Like, that was her thing. She's like, I'm not tripping. They came back again. All right, we don't really know. So what they did was, Diddy was like, no. You call whoever laid it. So when they called the dudes that laid it, praise God, Ma. As soon as the dudes walked in, they was like, E.T.? Bruh, you got me through a bad divorce, bruh. I listen to your videos every day.
You about to get me divorced if you don't fix my floors.
Facts.
Bruh.
I was there, matter of fact. Yeah,
my man said, listen to me very closely. I ain't gonna call the company out. I ain't gonna call the builders out because they took care of their business. Let me say this though. My man went outside and took the wood mall, and broke it. Yep. My man said, yo, this ain't real. This ain't, I just, you know what I'm saying?
They hit y'all with the faux wood?
No, he took it outside and and showed it. So he said to them, oh no, y'all not gonna make it look like we didn't do our job. Yeah. This is an inferior product. You feel me?
Wait, but how did it, I'm trying to figure out who to place blame on here.
The manufacturer.
Oh, it's the manufacturer.
The one that,
so they laid the floor.
But keep your story, but I'm saying I had the exact same experience. We did our floors here last year, but the dude that laid the floors, he called me within 10 minutes of starting. And said, bruh,
I do floors all the time, and these aren't sitting next to each other. I am recommending that you send this whole batch of how many of the pallets y'all bought, send the whole doggone thing back. And that's what we did. It had to take longer, but so.
But see, I want y'all to get the point. When you make the larger the investment, the less tolerable you are for foolishness.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
For lack of execution.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
So when you don't pay for something, you don't really mind anyway. So so of course you know how the builders are. That's a lot, bro. Like really, Maul, you almost
gotta
doing
redo it.
You're doing half the house all over again.
Yeah, you redoing it.
Because you got to do the baseboards, you got to paint, like you got to do everything. You might mess up somewhat of the structure of the house, coming and tear up the stuff. Like it's a lot. So they was like 10 grand. Didi was like, you crazy.
Yeah.
So then they said 50 grand. Didi said, you crazy. Then they said, we'll pay you whatever it costs, 100-something grand for the floor. We'll pay you. Didi was like, you still crazy. Why? Because if I get a third party to come in here, the warranty gonna be gone. You feel me? So she like, y'all gonna have to do it, whatever. We got 3 times.
Didi need to come be our property manager.
Yeah.
No doubt.
So I put Didi on the skyscraper.
Yeah, so you need to. So what happened was she asked too, like, you think Marla let me? I said, just ask him. So what happened was they got us different wood. When my man came a couple weeks ago and looked at the wood, he was like, this the best wood out. He was like, this the best wood. Bro, it don't get no better than this. And I'm like, why you ain't start there? But nonetheless, I kept saying to Didi, because Didi kind of got a little hurt. Didi was like, okay, I ain't gonna never say nothing about nothing again, because you blaming me for all of the, inconveniences that we've had, like the move out, whatever. And so I was like, no, I get it. But I was like, just explain to me, like, why? Because it was minor. And she said it's minor on the front end, but when we sell it on the back end, is when we gonna get hit.
When they do the inspection.
So when they do the inspection, they gonna come here and say the floor.
They gonna come to you.
And they gonna come to me.
I need
and
you
she
to
said,
give us a
we
credit.
the one gonna have to pay for the mistake they made up front.
Let's
so
go.
they gotta fix it. And so, but it was because of how much we paid for the house that Didi was like, whatever. So I'm saying to y'all, a lot of y'all don't get it. You really don't need to change nothing about what you're doing. You're not where you're supposed to be because you think you don't have to make the investment and you're still gonna get to the top. And it's not gonna happen. I'm telling you from personal experience, when somebody gives me 100 grand, I treat them different than the person that give me 5 grand. Not that I mean no harm, but when you give me 100 grand, now I can spend a whole month with Didi and I don't gotta do no more work. You give me 5, and here's what's crazy, Ma. I've always noticed that the people that pay me the least want the most. It's the craziest thing. You give me 10 grand, I gotta speak 3 times. My man that gave me 250, my man was like, bro, all we need is 45 minutes of your time. And if you like, you could do 15 minutes of Q&A, but we don't want to take too much of your time. How was your suite? Was the plane ride? My man that gave me 5 grand, like, oh, we got to pay for transportation. We didn't know we had. And so I'm saying to you, what he said was, he's paying for accountability. So if you've been your boss and you've not gotten anywhere being your own boss, you need to go hire you a boss. If you don't have the results you want, it ain't no need to cry about it or get pissed about it or moan about it. Go pay somebody that's gonna make sure. They ain't gonna give you no new information. They might, who knows? But you're paying somebody to make sure that you do what it is you say you're gonna do.
Don't get accountability mistaken just for discipline.
Right.
Please don't. Because I can hear people right now saying, oh man, I'm disciplined. I'm very disciplined. Matter of fact, I have a trainer because I'm disciplined. That's right. Not because I like discipline.
That's good.
I have it because I have discipline. And so some of y'all lack discipline, and that's why you're not gonna pay, because you know that you're not gonna follow through with what you're paying for.
All right.
Organifi.
All right.
Yeah, y'all gonna have to start paying for this. I'm not gonna lie. It's 2023.
It's juice.
Seriously, bro.
It's juice.
Yeah, that just sealed the deal right there. The next one is gonna cost y'all $100 an episode.
Let's see how many y'all gonna pay.
Oh. Well, man.
Shalom.
Oh, no, I'm just being real.
What happened to your heart?
No. Hey, you know what I also realized too, Ma? Man, I hate to say that. And, my heart is not cold. Don't think my heart is cold. I've done free for 11 years on all kind of levels. I got people, again, come to my church. It's free. They ain't grew none since they been here because it's free.
I see y'all just shooting from deep to deep.
I'm not even on no evil stuff. I'm like, you got me here. I'm here with you. Like, we sit next to each other. I'm taking you out to breakfast. We spending time together. And you not grown no more since I've been here. And the dude, Mike Fullock, who already making money, is, I'll give you $100,000 a year to be in your mastermind. And I got 3 other dudes that's got 100, and we all ready to pay you 100 right now to be in your mastermind. He already got a house worth about $5 million. He already got a private jet. And he like, I'll pay you. But yet the dude next to me who keeps saying, man, I can't get to the next level. I'm just trying to make 7 figures. I can't seem to whatever. He got me for free, and ain't none of the principles I said clicked. And they haven't clicked because you haven't paid for it. You haven't made an investment, so it doesn't have to click. And I keep telling y'all this because I want y'all to know I'm real. I paid Roy $30,000. Roy told me I needed a team. I called Tiff. Tiff charged me she charged me $15,000 for the team to help me. How much is that, Maul? Is 9 times 15 135? I'm hoping.
Got my phone.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's 135.
135, yeah.
135.
I ain't gonna check behind you.
Right? 135 plus 30 is how much?
165.
165.
He's quick with it.
I
I
love
know that one now.
Watch this,
I
y'all.
want to get that in.
I started paying that January of 2022. It's 2023. We haven't even gotten a big check from the publishing company yet. That check don't come till March. Listen to what I'm trying to tell you. When you invest $165,000 into something and you ain't got no money back yet, you have no choice but to get on the New York Times bestsellers list. I'm just being real, bro. Seriously. I just want y'all to understand. I ain't even got my money back yet. In a year, I ain't got my money back. I invested $165,000 to figure this thing out. Roy, and guess what Roy did? Maul said it. He didn't do the work for us. I don't want y'all to think I gave my man, and he did the work. I still had to go do the podcast. All we did was put a strategy together for me, because I didn't want to get on no plane and do I didn't want to go on no talk show. I didn't want to go on 20 talk shows. I'm 50-something years old, been married, been in the game since I was 19, 20. Like, Diddy ain't interested in traveling the world and being on no. So he said, if you don't want to get on talk shows, if you don't want to be in newspapers, if you don't want to be in magazines, you're going to have to run this one. I was like, all right, let's run the podcast boys up, because I can do that from my house. I can do a podcast from wherever. So I did a bunch of podcasts, a whole bunch of stuff on social media that I normally don't do, calling in favors. Y'all know I don't never. Bro, I call Michael B. Jordan. I already know he busy. You know how much I hate calling in favors, bro. I had to call in favors. Prime, I had to call in favors. You feel what I'm saying? CP3, I had to call in favors, right? But I did what I needed to do because my wife said, now look, I ain't mad at you. This ain't the old Didi. I believe in you. But 165 before you get any, bruh, I don't even know in March when the check is coming. They ain't even gave me no dates. I don't even know what the check is worth. Like, I don't know how much it's gonna be. The best $165,000 I ever spent in my life. Wow. Because it put me in an elite group. Put me in an elite group with elite people. And I promise y'all, every day I get a new book from somebody that hit the New York Times. Like, I'm in a crew, Maul.
100%. But be real with yourself of why you don't want to spend the money. You don't want to spend the money because it requires you to work after you spend the money. And when you're used to, when you spend the money, you get something immediately. Yeah. I spent the money, I got a car, I could drive it today. You're scared that if you spend the money, you might not make the New York Times bestseller. You operating out of fear. And I think that's the thing that I was going back to, the confidence of everything that we've done has built on the confidence of, bro, it was, we said we're gonna make the New York Times bestseller. Like, y'all had to understand, that came out of our mouths. That was the absolute goal for 2022. Like, that's what we said, New York Times bestseller. And here's the thing, this is the route in which you do it. And yet we could sit here and tell you about success and tell you this is the route in which you do it, and you go, I'm not sure. Make real estate real. This is a system. Like, bro, I'm not trying to be funny. Like, it's a system. Again, and not knowing is not an excuse for never finding out. Absolutely. I always say that. And it's like, dog, I remember when you Maul could not believe that we didn't have any real estate when he came into the circle. No. He thought he was like, yo, y'all making money, y'all doing all of this, y'all don't invest in real estate, and what was my excuse every time? bro, I just stick to what I'm good at. I don't know nothing about real estate.
He was like that. You know, the one
It was
thing,
an excuse.
He's like the one. I was like,
Bro, right, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, I don't know how to do it. And he's like, yo, this is the like every billionaire on the planet owns real estate.
Right.
And you saying you want to get E to a billionaire, but y'all don't own no real estate. You're not doing it right.
That's it.
You have to look at somebody who's ahead of you and go, okay, what is the strategy? So he's telling you, I had to spend $165 on New York Times bestseller. Guess what happened? New York Times bestseller. It's a system and it works.
Shoot, see, I could tell you, if I had to think about it, let me just go back in time. I probably spent about going to ETA conferences, VIP'd out. I probably spent about
renting yachts.
15 to 20,000.
How much did you spend after you start speaking?
I'm still spending.
Money.
Bro, that's real. So before I was speaking, I spent
LaShawn
probably
was like,
about
I don't
just
care who
just
team
on.
you on.
I spent probably about like
We need that
we talking
$5,000.
about flights, hotels. I spent at least about 25,000 just on coming to conferences. You know, bringing other people with me, and then once the fellas invited me to their table, I was still bringing my own dish.
Didn't even know you was bringing them all.
I was still bringing my
embarrassed
own
when I found out you was paying to come to the table.
They asked me to come speak.
You ain't giving the money back though.
Bruh.
You wasn't that embarrassed.
Oh, no, he didn't give me the money.
I did.
He did.
How could I? I didn't know what he gave. He didn't keep record.
Bro,
I was
sitting
embarrassed
there,
too,
we
but
on
not
the-
enough to
bro,
refund.
We on the road.
Just apologize.
I think we on the road, and then I don't know who I was talking to, and I was just like, okay, I think we was going to Miami. We was going somewhere. And I was just like, hey, who do I talk to for the hotel information, this and that? And then I think C was like, oh man, yeah, they, Tay, whoever gonna take care of me. And I said, no, I gotta book I need to know what hotel. I said, Camille got to book the hotel, and I gotta get the. And
I was flabbergasted.
and then they was like, I'm talking about we done did about 8 cities.
All headlining the
And literally, I'm on the stage. I'm
And then
everything.
once we started finally paying for more stuff, he was still like, yeah, I think I got to get Camille a ticket. We was like, wait,
He was
what?
like, Camille? So a year go by. And
Who was responsible for it?
a year go by. They finally
the
take
year
care of my
Jubilee.
stuff.
I'm a pilot.
They finally take
I
care of
wanna
my
play with
hotel.
you.
I'm talking about we at conferences, bro. I'm talking about thousands of people, and I think I was even doing Make Real Estate Real. I'm standing up. I got like 100 people signing up for the course, and then I was like, man, I got to book Camille's ticket. And C was like,
Bro, I was,
See, like, we ain't paying for Camille's stuff. I said, no, I paid for Camille's stuff. I was like, I know y'all taking care of mine now, but I was like, I gotta do Camille.
Family and
But
friends.
let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. But more muscle memory and not even tripping on, I always pay regardless, just kicked
Full
in.
ownership.
I'm just saying, it never even occurred to him to be like, oh, okay, I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just gonna take a free ride on this. That's how much he was conditioned for. So think of your whole life, you conditioned for that. It took a while for him mentally to even be like, okay, this don't even seem right. And many of you done came around us one time, you looking for the free ride off rip. You know what I'm saying? You're not even on the
Can I just say something
team.
though that just, for me, y'all probably already know this, but what was revealed to me in this conversation is that of every person that has ever rocked with us, followed us, whatever, Maul has invested the most, and as a result, he's made the most.
Oh, for sure.
It's unbelievable, bro. Unbelievable, bro.
Say that.
Maul made the greatest investment in terms of he's put more money into this company
greatest
from the
return.
ground level.
At a point when we needed that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, like, don't get me wrong, we still running the business. Of course we need it, but I'm
Yeah,
saying
but like,
that
yeah,
was
we
like
don't do
early
conferences
on. It
and
was our
stuff like
first
that.
conference,
Yeah.
bro. Greatness is upon you in Connecticut. Like that was a boost for us.
Absolutely.
Everybody, shout out to everybody who came to that. Because again, that's
That's
the
how I paid
bedrock.
the crew.
Yeah, I'm
Praise
saying that's
God.
the bedrock for how
Praise
we got
God.
this thing off the ground
Yeah,
for
take
real.
control.
Yeah,
Maul was at take
control.
control. Maul was at take
Matter
control.
of fact, I think I might be the only person who's in the audience at Take Control and on the stage at Take Control. When y'all came to Chicago, I was in the audience at Take Control. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, when we went to Miami, I was on the
Stage
stage
for
at
take control. So I just want to,
And I was paying for both.
So this is another example of the table. The more you invest in the table, the more the table is going to invest in you. Absolutely. And I think for a lot of us, we think just getting around the table is going to get us at the table. And that's a part of it. Like, that's why I said, when you have a blessing, it is a part. Like, you got to activate it, right? You got to, what was the first word that I used? Oh, agitate it, right? That's important. Like, you got to stir it up. It's like when we was growing up, great, when Auntie would make that Kool-Aid. You know what I'm saying? A lot of that stuff went to the bottom. You know what I'm saying? You got to agitate it. So there is. Maul agitated by getting to the conferences, right? Like, hey, I'm here. And eventually we saw it. But then once he got with us in his brain, he already knew, I know what I want when I get with them. Like, I know why I'm in this room. I know being around them, I know what that's gonna do. And a lot of y'all hit me up like, bruh, I got a need. Bruh, I'm not trying to pay your rent. Them days is over for me. I'm not trying to pay your rent. Listen to me, okay? Again, I say this, I know my son, he on a different level now, but back in the day, he get pissed when I'd say his name. But I told my son the other day, I said, bruh, let me tell you something. This is what I had to learn as a businessman, because we doing business talk. I said, son, ain't nobody in this earth waking up saying they want to pay Jalen's bills.
Nobody.
Ain't no other grown human woke up and went,
Damn,
you know
that would
what?
be nice, though.
Jalen, I want to pay your,
just take care of your
where's
bills.
Jalen at? I want to pay his bills. I said, bro, you loving being on the West Coast. Man, you loving it. And if you're going to stay on the West Coast, and I said, Jay, you got it bad because your mom hardcore. Your mom ain't even trying to wake up and pay your bills. Like your mom not even, bruh, house next door, Didi got Jada at the house next door. She like, go ahead and live over there. Like, you don't need to be, this my house. You know what I'm saying? She letting them know, like, Didi, like, you need to figure out where you graduated, you got your master's. Like, you finished with school. This me and my man. Like, I need to be with your dad, me and him all the time. Like, we didn't build all of this to have people in our house. You know what I'm saying? Go next door, and then you got a couple weeks next door, and you need to figure out how you this spot is too small. Like, it's just too small of a house. It's 100 square feet. It ain't enough room for everybody in this joker. And so I said to my son and my daughter, like, yo, for real, ain't nobody waking up thinking about you. Flat out. Ain't nobody, and God ain't even thinking about you in a way where he about to come down and pay your bills. But he's giving you the gifts and the brain and the environment to do it. Yeah. So a lot of y'all calling me, I want to sit at your table. I don't want you at my table just to be, I'm not trying to feed you. I didn't build a table so you can just come eat at it. Now, if you want to come and help extend it or you want to come and whatever, like, yo, see.
Yeah, this is a potluck.
I'm just saying.
You got to come with your own.
It was a potluck, and I think I came to their table, but I specialized in a dish.
Absolutely.
So when I came to the table, I didn't come empty-handed.
Yeah. Let me ask y'all this, though, and this is unfortunately the world that we live in. How do I know who to trust as a coach? Because the reality is now, let's just be real.
No,
just go with us.
No. Yeah, go with us.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying, though.
100%.
No, this is what I'm saying,
You're right
though.
about that.
This is what I'm saying, though. If you don't trust them, then stop eating at their table. Because what you're saying is you don't trust them enough to invest in them. But you trust them enough to sit at their table.
Got it. Yeah.
Or if you look at the results, like even with my trainer now, Hector, bruh, Hector came to me 4 years ago. Like, hey, Jay, man, I love to train you, man. I love to train you. I didn't know him at the time, though. I didn't see any evidence that he could actually train me. It wasn't until I seen him over the last 4 years and I seen evidence.
Yeah, buffoonery, though, Paul. Buffoonery. 80% of y'all ain't looking for evidence. Y'all want to eat for free.
Right, for free. No, I'm talking to the next group that I hear y'all and I'm looking to invest, but I want to make sure I'm doing it correct.
Yeah,
I ain't just want to go spend money on somebody because they're coaching.
Here's correct. Correct is whoever you learn from and you got something from them, now pay them. That's not for real. I'm just being real. A lot of y'all, I did make the New York Times bestsellers list, but I wasn't number 3 or number 5. Why? Because millions of y'all ate from me, but millions of y'all wouldn't buy the book and support me. It is what it is. So you listen to the podcast for free.
Shame on you.
But you wouldn't even go get a book.
Oh, and that's done.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You wouldn't get the book.
And that's done.
I'm just saying, though. You know what I'm saying? Because again, you only look for evidence when it's time for you to pay. You're not looking for evidence when you get it for free. When somebody say free hot dogs, you're not like, what's in this?
Nah.
Is it pork? Is it beef?
They try to get me. They try to free Taco Tuesday. You're not like free Taco Tuesday. Oh man, it's free Taco Tuesday. What kind of meat in here? You like, bruh, y'all ain't got that hot sauce that y'all know. Where's that Chipotle sauce y'all know? Like, bruh, it's free. We don't got the Chipotle sauce. But as soon as they say the same Taco Tuesday that you got for free for 6 years, as soon as they tell you them tacos cost, C said it. if we say the podcast costs now $5, a large portion of y'all about to fall off. Because you don't care when it's free.
Find out.
You only, hey, what my man say with the thing, see, this is where you
this is where you
at. You go around and find out.
You go around and find out. You feel what I'm saying? And so, again, I'm not mad at you, but I'm showing y'all, I'm going to be 1,000. When y'all weren't here, y'all was gone. We had to do a podcast, right? And so I was like, see, I'm in Atlanta, let's do it. Jose came. I had like she said, I had a long talk with Jose. I said, Jose, I'm gonna be real with you. I don't need you to do the podcast. I need us to do a podcast, and we number one. I needed to be number one. I said, listen to me very closely, bro. You know who in our circle. You know the people that we running with. We running with Earn Your Leisure.
Yeah.
You know the level of the day. We running with Justin. You see Justin stuff. Mm-hmm. We running with Neo. You see the way they produce. I said, bro.
Trap.
Bro. I said, you know who we running with. So do me a favor, bro. Don't just do a podcast. I need that joker to do what it do. He was like, got it. Listen to me very closely, y'all. We also talked about the spiritual boy. He was like, yeah, I think it's time. I was like, well, let's go. Bro, I promise you, I saw again, us wrestling on, they had stuff up, sucker going viral. I'm getting calls from folks like, I didn't even know you was a preacher. I didn't know. I said, Jose, what's your cash app, bro? Period. Not even from ETA or from Thomas & Thomas, out my own pocket. I said, what's your cash app, bro? He's like, I appreciate you. I said, no, I appreciate you. Like, I'm investing in you because you took it to, so a lot of y'all, you don't want to, and I'm trying to tell you that you wonder like, how do I go from good to great? It's investing in a coach. You got to get your Bob Proctor. You got to get your Les Brown. We sat with Les, y'all. Yeah. We sat with Bob Proctor. You feel me? We got it on tape. We literally sat down. And what you're trying to do is you're trying to get to Les Brown with all the knowledge he has, Bob Proctor, all the knowledge he has. You're trying to usurp all of that. You're trying to usurp the process by saying, I want what you have to give, but I don't want to pay you. And as a Christian, only thing I keep hearing is, well, Jesus, what are we supposed to do? He said, go to that fish, you'll find a coin. Render unto Caesar what is Caesar's, render unto God what is God's. You paying your tithe, perhaps, but you're not rendering to Caesar what is Caesar's. And you got to pay to play. And so a lot of you, your gap is just, you trying to get it for free. You have to pay. And I had to pay Rory. Why? Because he made the New York Times bestsellers list, and he helped others to make the New York Times bestsellers list. And Anthony Flynn, who I pay, Ant getting about 3 checks from 3 different whatever. Ant was like, Ant my boy. Ant like, I do it for free. I was like, let me tell y'all something Ant told me. No, let me tell you what Ant told me. This on life, y'all. We teaching game, for real. We need to start paying. You need to start paying for this. Here's what my lawyer called Ant and was like, Ant, how much you gonna charge percentage-wise to do this? He said, listen to me very closely. I'll charge you this percent, because my boy, and we good. But if you give me this percent, I'm gonna go all in. He just let it be known. Like, I'll do it for this percent, but just let it be known if I do it for this percent, when I got time, I got you, But if you give me this percent, I'm gonna give you my whole heart, my whole soul. I'm gonna give you everything I got,
Not saying he ain't gonna give his heart with the other one, it's just that he's able to eliminate other things.
He just said, I don't know what it was, Mo. He just kept it
I wanted
clean.
to make sure I said it, because
No.
like, oh, man.
I just want to make it clear. Ant was like, you my guy. I'll do anything.
It's got to be worth
you.
my time.
Yeah.
Ant said, I'll do anything. I'll do it for free for you.
Yeah.
But if I do it for free for you, I can't give you this.
Yeah.
But if you give me this percent, he's like, bruh, I will make it my responsibility to help you to get to.
Yeah, let that be a lesson too in business. Like, somebody called me like, I got him down to take like 2%. And I was like, why you excited about that? Because you punk somebody down in their percentage? All you've done is really piss them off and make sure that they're not gonna give you their best effort. Now you hustling backwards because your stuff ain't about to look like you think it look. When you do a business deal, you want it to be fair for both sides.
Yeah.
Like, I tell Carl, okay, Carl, I want you to do this, but you're only gonna get 4%. And Carl like, dang, I kind of need it. That's not the same type of energy he given if he saw it as a win-win for himself. Yeah. And so you, in a business deal, you're not trying to beat the other person down. You're trying to make sure it's a win-win. So the person called me and they were excited about beating them down to 2%. And I was like, okay, you about to get 2% effort. You know what I'm saying? Like, so just let that, as he was talking about that.
Hey, see, before you get too far, man, let me just give a special shout out to our sponsor. Man, say it with me, Sugar Ain't Sweet. Right? I know we're doing a lot of sweet tooth and all that kind of stuff, but sugar ain't sweet, man. Let me introduce you guys to Rochelle T. Parks, one of our, I'm talking about almost a decade now, Rochelle been rocking with us. Rochelle and her husband, Pops, man.
So her program is called Sugar Ain't Sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Sugar Ain't Sweet. And the reason Rochelle has this program is because literally she had to rush her husband, Pops. Y'all know Pops. She had to rush him to the hospital, bruh, almost in a diabetic coma.
I want y'all to think about this, man. And I'm sure, like I said before, y'all know someone that's been on medication for diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol. And listen, I don't know why we don't talk about this stuff for real, but these diseases are all preventable. And if you have it, they're reversible. Let me say that again. They're all preventable and reversible.
If you're trying to figure out how to take control of your body and overcome joint pain in your knees, hips, ankles, and back, how to reestablish your relationship with food in order to lose weight, heal your body at the same time, and how to increase your energy and activity in your daily life.
Listen, join the free masterclass. Y'all heard me right. It's a free masterclass. Just go to www.sasmasterclass.com/S2, that's the number 2, S2S, all right? And just because you rock with us, man, she is throwing in a digital copy of her book, The Reset, which shows you how to be healed from a cellular level. So again, go to www.sasmasterclass.com/S2S, and that's the number 2. Did you know that over 900,000 Americans suffer from a pulmonary embolism or a deep vein thrombosis every single year? According to the CDC, almost 1 million of us will be hospitalized at the risk of a blood clot death in 2023. That's this year.
Wow.
Whether you're an active adult or lead a sedentary lifestyle, poor circulation can be a challenge. When you're seated for long periods of time, the muscles that pump blood through the body back to your heart, they get constricted. They cause tiredness, swollen, stiff, and heavy legs. Left unaddressed, this can be a very, very dangerous situation and lead to a fatal thrombotic event. The great news is you are not helpless. Medical-grade compression socks have been prescribed by thousands of doctors to improve blood flow for greater support, increase peace of mind, and lasting comfort for those forced to travel, sit while working, or suffer from limited mobility, even for those who are on their feet for long periods of time. Compression wear works. The family-owned and operated Johns Creek Pharmacy near Atlanta, Georgia, developed a truly unique system for properly fitting and delivering world-class compression wear without a prescription. That's the big part, y'all. You don't need a prescription to get it. Along with their stretching and light exercise program provided to this audience for free, poor circulation symptoms can be eliminated or prevented altogether. You'll love wearing these socks. You'll experience increased energy and amazing comfort without the fear of blood clots, DVT, or PE holding you back. If you're one of the millions of Americans that suffer from stiff, tired, swollen, or heavy legs, then go to live.johnscreekpharmacy.org/home to see the special offer from Johns Creek for this audience.
Yeah, and I'm gonna need them socks going with CJ back and forth to meet these people for these gigs. Sitting in the doggone car. Let me get them socks, please, right now. I'm in the back seat for about 4 hours.
We need them socks for as much as we fly.
Yeah, let's get it. Let's get it.
Let's also talk about the fact that we got the last Phenomenal Life 2023.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
I almost want to cry.
Say it ain't so.
Oh, it's so. So it ain't making enough money.
Yeah.
So I'm saying it ain't so.
Sir,
It ain't profitable.
So May 1st through the 7th, y'all better come, man. So come celebrate my wife's birthday. We always do Phenomenal Life over my wife's birthday.
Yeah.
Now we just gonna have to go just for her birthday. We are 82 days, 9 hours, 24 minutes, and 45 seconds away. And so everybody who can make it, you need to be there.
First
I love
ever
it.
Phenomenal Life.
The first ever
I think
Phenomenal
whatever
Life.
y'all put together, I'm always at the first. I just
100%.
Hey, Mark.
I'll pay.
You paid, bro.
VIP eat out.
Oh, yeah.
So we still have rooms available. The platinum tickets are still available, and that comes with a one-on-one with E. You pay. We're talking about investing. You get a platinum ticket, you can get a one-on-one with
I might mess
ET.
around and pay for that. I might do that.
The VIP ticket also comes
I ain't
with,
giving you no more extra attention.
I wish these. I could
just get you a read.
Why do y'all let Carl do a whole damn read without saying a word?
Well, it was his first one, so we wanted to make sure. It was his first one, bro. We wanted to make sure he was straight.
Bro, I can't even get a word. Like, bro, you try to be professional. That's why y'all gonna have to pay for this. Cause they pissed
When
me
they pay,
off.
we gonna be professional.
Hey, I'll take it serious.
When they pay, we gonna be like this. Every time you do a Reese, we
I'll
gonna
take it
I'm
serious.
talking about, bro. We gonna be
I'll take
live.
it serious. Right now, it's free. You trying to act like somebody paying.
All right, come on. Cut. All right.
What was it? I don't even remember what I was saying. Phenomenal Life 2023. All right, go there right now. Seriously, one of the best times you're gonna have with us. It is an incredible experience, man. The best resort, in my opinion. In the world.
Hands down.
Have your family there, man. It's just a great time. I'm talking about that's why you see so many repeat people coming. So phenomenallife2023.com. Get on there, reserve your ticket immediately. General admission starting at $1,500. Come on. Y'all know y'all need to be out there, man, and enjoying that time with us. My wife's birthday, like I said. Shout out to my wife. I haven't seen her in a while. I'm very hurt about that. I am.
We'll get you back soon.
Bro, I didn't travel. I told Maul.
How long was you gone?
Bro, I left on Tuesday. Oh, wow. So, and then I got to go. I got to go to New York tomorrow. So you're talking about like 9-10 days away from the film. I ain't did that in a while.
Ain't it crazy how our wives are traveling together though?
It is, and let me tell you what a rough job they got. They out trying out resorts. They out trying out resorts. That's what. You think I'm playing?
Trying out resorts. I
Yeah,
like that.
It was funny because I was talking to shout out to Kev on stage. We was at Tabitha Brown birthday party the other day. And
What Kev say?
well, I felt bad because everybody was there with their wife. You know, Tab and Chance was there. Toby, in fact, Kev had his girl. Shout out to Jr. His wife was with him.
You keep saying JR. Who's JR?
You know Jr. Tabitha and Chance's
JR,
sister.
yes.
Yeah, like he worked with them.
Joe?
Yeah, JR. Oh my God. He's fantastic, bro. I met his wife. She's lovely. Shout out to them. But so I just felt bad because my wife went with me. And I was like, I don't know if Kev said, like, where's your wife? Or whatever. I said, oh, she's working. And I don't know if somebody said what she do. I said, she's a resort tester. He was like, what? And so I was like, no, I broke it down. But I was like, yeah. So, of course, we got Maul's
Last one, y'all.
Yeah, event and later on in the year. So they testing out results.
Last one.
And it's the last one. Is it the last one?
Last one.
Is it like a Jay-Z retirement where it's like your last album, but then it's like
Or Tom Brady.
yeah, Tom Brady.
So let me say this.
I don't know. Brady tried to come out. He was. You see that video he put up?
Yeah.
He was putting it up like, my bad, y'all. Like
This the last
I should have left last time. Like for real. But is this the last one for real?
Yeah. See, let me say this. The only way it won't be the last one is
if y'all blow out this one.
No.
I already know what you're gonna say.
Yeah, like you heard how much you said the platinum was. 1,500.
No, that's not platinum.
What's that?
That's general.
Oh, so let me just say I know what the platinum is. It's gonna have to be way more than that. Way more. And then 7 days, 7 days, bro.
What if we do a platinum that feature Maul? We could reduce the price. You know what I'm saying? If it's just Maul, you could just bring it down.
Bro, my man trying to pimp me out.
Habit stacking with Maul. I would do a habit stacking session with Maul.
Well, look, if we bring the price down and it's with me, it's gonna have to be somewhere exclusive. Actually, we come down by going to. We come back to Earth by going to. I'm talking about Dubai.
Ma, do you know how?
I'm talking about.
Ma, do you know how much we give though? Like we're with them 7 days, bro.
Yeah. All access.
It's so fun though, man.
It is.
Like by the time.
Well, it's
man,
fun when you not have to do all the work.
I have a good time.
You know what I'm saying?
You out there like C.
Oh,
right, when you out there like C at the resort, yeah, you having fun.
Hold up.
Bro, we doing some serious
I'm
work.
gonna let y'all get y'all jokes off.
It ain't no
I'm gonna let
joke.
you get all the jokes
I'm
off.
working on-
I
bro.
spoke way more than you last time.
Hold on.
You left. Nigga, you was there
course,
for
the
a day and a half.
I wasn't in no day and a half. But watch this,
I
Ma.
spoke the whole time.
C was like, me and C, we had to do the.
I spoke
left
the
the
whole
last
time.
day.
What did we have to? We did the
party.
VIP.
Oh, everything.
And C was up there like. I feel like we got hoodwinked.
Yeah, he gone.
No, but I'm saying I had to get a check, Ma, to survive. But here's the deal.
survive.
Here's the deal, Ma. Hey, what was my man
I'm
name?
saying you like I'm drinking
Hey, what was your
mojitos
name?
on the beach.
Spreewell. Remember Spreewell?
Oh, I gotta feed my
I
family.
gotta feed my family. Yeah, give me 10 minutes.
I'm saying y'all got like I'm drinking mojitos on the beach.
But
while
I'm
y'all
just saying,
speaking.
Ma, because I'm doing the one-on-ones.
Oh, yeah,
bro,
no,
I was
no,
getting
no.
up at
No,
5
no.
o'clock in the morning.
No, you do the one-on-ones.
I'm getting up
I'll
at
give you
5
that.
all the way to 10, bro. We doing like 6, 7. So by the time the day starts, I'm already exhausted because I done been with 6 people with the one-on-one boys.
No, you did do the one-on-ones. I give you that.
And but I'm saying, and I gotta speak. And I gotta talk to people doing
You like doing one-on-ones, though.
Let me say this. I used to like doing one-on-ones. It's not that I don't like them,
the last
but we
time
go
you doing
intense, bro.
one-on-ones. This is
We
good.
go intense, Ma. It's intense, bro. One-on-one, bro. It's intense, bro.
Bro, you got people coming to the Make Real Estate Real family reunions like, hey, is Ma doing one-on-ones at 5 in the morning? I'm like, the devil is a lie.
That's the
That
trick.
ain't this.
That's the trick of the enemy. Yeah. So I'm just
doing
saying.
it.
I get up at 5
That
in the
part
morning.
is hard.
I'm doing
it. That part is hard.
20
Ma.
grand
I've already done
Oh,
five.
do that one.
Yeah, I've already done 5 hours of work before the work day even start. It's rough, bro. It's rough. And you seeing all that resort stuff and you don't get to do nothing on it.
Let me tell you
I don't get to enjoy it.
No, let me tell you something. You know, like some people get exhausted working. He gets lifted by it. So,
100%.
so don't let E
100%.
fool you with this.
100%,
Listen,
see.
I tried to put E in retirement.
Yeah.
E, you don't have to do this. You don't have to do that. You don't have to go. And the next thing I know, he doing 10 times more.
Well, I'm doing what you told me to do. That's why we're not doing the life.
I never.
That's why we're not doing phenomenal life no more.
We not doing corporate no more. We done with all that. We retiring.
COVID hit. I can't have a choice. COVID hit. I had to get what I could. I had to call all of them. COVID hit. I'm like, virtual, like Zoom. Somebody teach me how to do Zoom. That's what happened.
He love it, bro. He love it. You listen. You know how.
I'm phenomenal life is gone. I'm being obedient. We killing one thing that we do, so I can retire. Well, let's do phenomenal life for 3 days or 4 days, so I can enjoy 3 of.
No. I'm saying I don't think you need to be there the whole time. You need to speak. Okay. You need to do your one-on-ones, and you need to do whatever you want to do. Right. Yeah, I don't think. I'm just saying. I'm not trying to be funny, but between the entire team, shout out to Sean Stevenson, Rob Wills. We got heavy hitters coming in that joint, and the information is off the chain.
So ask them to start doing some one-on-ones. Like, Sean, let's do some one-on-ones.
I'm sure Sean will do some one-on-ones.
That's what I just said. Say it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's important, too, because Sean, man, shout out, listen, if y'all only knew, man, Sean is really the GOAT, man. Like, dude, man, like, seriously, I can call on my brother. I'd be like, Sean, my whole neck right here. And he'd be like, boom, do this, and I promise you. I was having some back issues. Sean sent me some videos, some stretches, bro. I promise you, fixed it in like 2 days. Wow. I'm talking about quick. So shout out to Sean. Phenomenal Life 2023, though. You need to be there. Shout out to everybody who was there last year. I already know y'all coming back out. The excursions, just the best time ever. Also, I know this is chopped up into 2 parts because I know we've been on here for almost 2 hours. Oh, beautiful. So this is the second part. Shout out to Korshawn New on the camera today, man. We appreciate you, bro. Yeah, and I'm talking about, I'm impressed with the fact that you holding your arms up with the camera that long. Because the other day we was at church and he was like, everybody put your hand out. My hand start, I was like, E.
I had done it in a while.
I said, E, on my shoulder, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't want to look weak and do like this. You know how I seen some people just like, and I was like, no, I held it. But that's impressive, of course, Sean. Other than that, Mar, what you got? Make Real Estate Real, dog. What's going down?
Bro, Make Real Estate Real, man. Just been getting messages from people. Just seeing, man, the seeds now come to life, man. People are closing deals. People are creating generational wealth. Even in this so-called market, bro, you can always make money. And I tell people, and that's what we teach in Make Real Estate Real. So it's a blessing, man, just seeing people. And on my own side, you know, I'm doing exactly what I preach. And right now, we're in final stages of completion with the city to get us our entitlements to go ahead and start putting the shovels in the ground. So listen, we're about to do a whole nother new division of Make Real Estate Real, and it's going to be on developments. I'm going through the process to bring it back to you all and show y'all what's possible, man.
MakeRealEstateReal.com.
Anything is possible.
Carl, what y'all got going on?
Bruh, I am
Besides the new swag. Where can we get the merch?
So funny enough, you can't.
And the reason I'm saying that, because you ain't in the community.
He said you can't.
You can't.
No, I am. I am.
Watch this. I want y'all, I want C to see it. Just call that number out for me.
Ooh, 3,337 members.
Like y'all talk, I just talked about trust. Like we not talking about it no more. The community is growing and we just like, yo, I ain't trying to be funny. Like we don't need to sell nothing to nobody outside the community. If you in the community, you know we drop merch, a whole merch line in the community. In the community.
I see y'all keeping the sweet stuff for yourself over there. You know what I'm saying? Come on.
Hey, I'm just saying, you gotta pay to play. Like this ain't for everybody. We want people that's serious about building their brand, using their content, and we just trying to take this thing to the next level, man. So we launched something called The Experience. I talked about it before. We did 2 workshops. We're doing a monthly workshop. So you get all our content and all that. Yep. But Nikki did a workshop, bro. When I tell y'all, you don't understand where the world is going right now. Like there's so many AI technologies that would make your content seamless, right? I'm talking about, there's one called ChatGPT. Everybody going crazy. Like everybody thought TikTok was deep. Bro, ChatGPT blew TikTok out in terms of membership in a matter of, I'm talking about weeks.
Really?
Bruh, blew them out the frame.
I've been seeing that.
Blew them out the frame. But ChatGPT is like this AI thing that literally, and you got to get the whole workshop. Nikki put it out there. But literally, bruh, I type anything. You did a contract for me that you don't know about through ChatGPT, bruh, anything.
Yeah, now, who was telling me that you could it'll write like a term paper for you?
Bruh, it passed the U.S. medical state exam.
What?
Bro, you could literally just go in there, like, write me a paper about the difference between biomechanisms and not plagiarize. And it'll write you a double paper.
It'll write you a paper. So now, context. No, that's what I'm saying.
Where was this when I was in school?
So I'm saying, I ain't telling you.
Struggling.
Watch the. We need this on a plane to Australia.
No doubt. Write the whole book. So again, we're not telling you just go copy ChatGPT and put what they're saying. We're saying it's a phenomenal start.
I'm saying go start right there.
It's a phenomenal start to what you're doing. So think about captions for your videos. Think about like anything that you're doing. Like you got a resource now that's available. And again, all the stuff we're teaching in the experience, man. I did a workshop last week. Isaiah and I did a workshop just walking you through all the equipment that you need. Like if you want to do podcasts, and if you want to like do whatever you want to do from at home, how to use your phone effectively. Like we're doing live workshops and teaching you. And in addition, like I said, you got access to all the courses, all the content that we've ever done. Literally $97 a month. That's all it is. What an investment. That's what I say. So I'm showing you when the number is growing. I'm not kidding. They're growing. People are coming.
Y'all,
so
97.
Yeah, man.
That ain't no,
Deeperthanthebrand.com.
And if you want a $97 one-on-one with ET, you know what I'm saying?
You better get it this year, because that's it.
That's it.
This is over,
That's
bro.
it.
This was some contract I signed 5 years ago, and I'm on my last year, and I ain't extending it.
What was you about to say?
No, I was gonna say, man, I know we talked about the Grammys and Toby, but man, we gotta make sure we throw a shout out to T-Ron.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, T-Ron was there. I saw T-Ron there. Yeah.
He got 2 Grammys.
Wow.
Yeah. So shout out to Muhammad T-Ron.
Part of the family.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, he won 2 Grammys. So shout out to him. He wrote About Damn Time by Lizzo. So shout out to my brother T-Ron Thomas. T-Ron's dope. I'm gonna get T-Ron on the podcast one day because his story is incredible.
Make sure you get that haircut because he goes.
Oh God.
Yeah, I love it when he do that.
He is I'm talking about he is hilarious. But he also has an incredible story, and we should get that on the pod for sure. Also, I thought you was gonna say big shout out to the greatest of all time, LeBron James, for...
Oh, he passed it, all-time scoring? Who?
By the time this come out, he'll pass it.
Okay.
He'll be done past it. Past Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, all-time scoring list. But the other thing that's crazy is, I think he's 4th on the assist list. Think about that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, come on.
That's 2 separate categories.
Bro, I mean, come on.
Well, think about what he's doing this year.
Oh,
look at his numbers this year compared to when he was in his prime.
What y'all listen to is that he's doing this in the year of Jordan.
23.
Jordan year.
Paul got some way to connect
2023.
He got some way to connect. Doing this in the Jordan year.
Hey.
Let me see it, Maul.
He's doing this in the Jordan year.
Yeah, so shout out to Brian, man.
It's okay.
And I thought you was going to go with the other GOAT from the Grammys.
Who was that?
Beyonce.
Oh, what you mean?
Bruh, she got the most
Grammys.
Yeah,
100%. She got more than Quincy Jones.
30-something.
More than
Michael Jackson.
How many Mike have?
I don't know, but whoever it was, she was tied. Well, she needed 2 to get past them, so she hit the one and then hit the other one. So
I'm still hurt Serena didn't get that. Man, I'm still hurt Serena didn't get that.
Or Tiger.
Yeah, I'm hoping she come back though. Do one last
another retirement.
2 years from now.
Yeah, no. I'm saying I love her too, but you still the GOAT. You know what I'm saying?
Because it was in the era that. Yeah, she did in the era with all the big dogs. I'm sure homegirl back in the day with the Wooden Boy. I'm sure it wasn't even nobody really. You know, it wasn't no real competition, I'm sure.
You mean when Jordan was dunking on the postal delivery man? Craig, what was my man name? Craig Elo?
He got the shot.
Bro, my man about 4'10", trying to guard MJ. All right, anybody got anything else? Yeah.
It feels good to be back on stage with y'all brothers.
Of course.
Right up.
Hey, shout
Carl
out to
and E.
The new background.
Shout out to Nick. I was gonna say shout out to Nick for the new background.
Fireside. If you're not on YouTube, please go look at the YouTube page and see how we getting it done back here with the background. That looks phenomenal.
Mine is like CJ's basement.
It does, and I'm trying to figure out. At least I'm glad we got. I was tired of seeing Gary Coleman over my shoulder. I was tired of looking back and seeing Maul back there. What he had a pimple on his, and I was trying to see me look.
And then hold on. Get this, and then Carl.
There you go. Carl,
the thinking man.
With the deeper than the brand look. You know what I'm saying?
How did it happen?
Bro, how did it happen? Carl blamed it on somebody else. So shout out to Nick for the background. That's it. That's all. We will see you next week.
I want you to focus on here right now. Don't you worry about when you get home. You concentrate on this opportunity. You don't worry about tomorrow. You concentrate on this opportunity with all your might, with all your soul, with all your heart.
Thank you so much for rocking with us as always, right? We don't take it lightly, guys. And we hope that we've provided transformation and not just information. We want you to become the best version of yourself. Right, make sure you check out the show notes to access all the important links and get your product discounts. Now, one favor we're asking of you, do us this favor. Make sure you subscribe and leave us a review on Apple Podcasts. We want to know your feedback on how we can serve you better. And if there's anyone that you think could benefit from listening to this show, please, I'm begging you, please share it with them. And remember, as E always says, if you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful.